to get to a place of peace. Say it again. Okay, home. You said home? Yep. Let's go deeper. So you use the word spiritual. That's good, broad, but spiritual. What else? Okay. So when you hear the word peace, you hear the word gentle, joy, like that. So that, watch it. That's character. All right. You get to a place like you're not screaming, hollering, arguing. That's your character. So the first thing I try to teach people, the first thing you have to deal with if you're going to build a foundation is you got to start with a solid one. So you start with your character, right? So when you start talking about the past and how the past affects the future, that's a character issue. That's saying there's a part of your character that you didn't fix. Why? Because you're talking about the past. So if you're talking about the past, that means that there's something in your character you didn't do. Now, here's what America tells you to do, and it's really a setup for failure. And they want you to be set up for failure because they make money off of you when you're not whole, when you're not healthy. All right, I'm whole. So I drive one car. I still live in a 2,300 square foot home because my character is intact. So I know people who live in a 2-8, and there's nothing wrong with living in a nice house, but there are people living in a house that they can't afford because they're trying to impress a group of people who don't even like them. That's a character issue. What's the issue? You have affirmation problems. Something happened in your life where the people who were supposed to be there to take care of you didn't take care of you the way you thought they should take care of you. So now you need to be affirmed by people you don't even know. So you got to fix your character first because it doesn't make a difference how much money you make. If your affirmation is not in order, you'll get the money and spend it all to impress people, right? So when you start saying stuff like that, this is deep, all right? So I'm going to answer Terica's question. So watch this. So when you say, all right, I got to slow down. So the first one is character, all right? The second thing we talked about, what was the second thing we talked about? I said, in order for you to be rich, you have to do what? You have to add value, right? So I told you there's a way to know in the relationship if you're adding value, right? There's a way to know, right? Let's just use this number. I'm not saying this right, but just watch me. 50-50, all right? Now, that's not the truth, but 50-50 would be what kind of relationship? Symbolically, what kind of relationship would that be? It would be an equal, right? But in a lot of our relationships, it's 80-20, which means that somebody's doing what? And then somebody's doing what? Okay, good. So somebody's giving more, somebody's taking more. When you hit 50-50, right? So watch this. I told you, get your character right and add more value than you take. So when you start saying stuff like, okay, I'm sorry, if you are a taker, then that means you're being, what's the root of that? That means you're being what? Selfish. So when you're being selfish, that just means you're looking out for whose interest? Yours. That's why you're selfish, because you're looking after self. You're not thinking about that other person. So when we start saying stuff like, I want my kids to, so that they don't, then we being what? Selfish. Now you think you're coming from a good place because you're a parent, but you're being selfish, right? Let me tell you why you're being selfish. If I was to ever say I didn't want my kids to go through what I went through, that means I'm being selfish. Why? My kids ain't going through what I went through. Why would you even think they're going through what you're going through if you're there for them and wasn't nobody there for you? So you're thinking about your life and what happened in your life, and you don't want them to do what you did. They couldn't do what you did if you wanted to because you're not even giving them an opportunity to do what you did. You're being selfish. You focusing on your past and what happened to you. You're not focusing on their future.
Yes, this is me, you guys. It's me. Can you guys hear me? I'm giving it a few more minutes for people to start rolling in. So we're going to start probably in about 3 or 4 minutes just to give some wiggle room for people.
Said like males early 20s, you know, it's weird because like you think you grown, but ain't nothing about you grown, right? So my man, you know, my elders used to say you smelling yourself. That's what my elders called it, right? So my son was at that point where he was smelling himself, but I respect what he was doing. I'm like, oh, I got it. And so I had a conversation with him and was like, boom, 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 boom. And he was kind of like, what? Have you lost your mind? You telling me to do what? He said, you was homeless. I wasn't. Like, Dad, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You're talking about some homeless stuff. I ain't never been homeless. So you telling me that I need to do X, Y, and Z? Only a person who was homeless could do that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, Dad, but you had me in college and I didn't have to pay to go to school. I was driving a 745 LI my sophomore year in college. I'm traveling with the basketball program, Dad. I wasn't homeless. So you asking me to do something?
All right, you guys, make sure you have your pen and paper ready. We're about to get into it. Trying to see if more people is going to come in, but if not, I'm not going to penalize anybody for showing up or on time. But we're about to start in just a minute. All right, you guys. So let me get the presentation going. Hold on 1 second. Let me fix something real quick. All right. As you guys know, my name is Rickele, and I have a virtual call center business where I help individuals secure a work from home job on the Arise platform. And I am here to show you guys how the business works, a little bit of history about it, and we're going to go into detail. Just so you can have a better understanding before you actually invest into the course or the mentorship, whichever one you decide to choose after this. So let's go ahead and get started. So while I'm going through this, I may answer some of the questions that you already have. So just try to hold tight for the questions at the end because I'm going to be focused on presenting the presentation to you guys. But first things first, how did I get started? I got started because I was looking for another way to bring in passive income or residual income where I didn't have to do a lot of work, but the income was still coming in. I thought about doing Turo, Airbnb, vending machines, and then I came across this opportunity on Instagram. So I did my research, invested into a course, and ever since I've been doing it, and it'll be almost 6 months next month, and I'm still going, still pushing. So now I just want other people to join this ride with me because it's enough money out here for everybody to start this business. Now, you as an individual, what do you need to get started? First things first, please make sure that you structure your business. You want to have your LLC, EIN, business address, phone number, website, and a marketing plan. Your LLC, you can go through your Secretary of State, which is what I prefer, because if you go to third-party services like InkFile or LegalZoom, sometimes they charge 3 times the price. So I prefer you to just go straight to the Secretary of State to do it. For me, in my state, it was $99. Your EIN is free. Do not ever pay anyone for an EIN. Always remember that it's free. In order to get your EIN, you're going to go to the irs.gov. I just typed it in the chat just in case you need to see a visual. Business address. There are several websites that you can go to as well. You can go to Opus, Regis, Allegiance Alliance, I believe is the name, and iPostal. But you guys, whenever you are getting a virtual address, make sure that it's not a PO box or a post office, because it's not going to look credible when it comes time to business credit. But I did put in the chat the name of the companies that you can go to. I know Opus has a plan for about $99 a month. It includes a phone line. It includes a lot of things: phone line, forwarding, mail pickup, or they can scan the mail for you and you can see it on your phone, on your computer. But that's a good package to look into. But make sure you get a business address. That's important. And before you get your LLC, get your business address first, because you want to refrain from putting your home address on your LLC. Putting your home address on your LLC, once again, it's not going to look credible or legit to the business credit or business funding companies. Next in line, you want your phone number. So you want to have a 1-800 toll-free phone number, not a local number, but a 1-800 number. You can go to iPlum or Freedom Voice. There are several other websites as well, but these two are what I am familiar with. And most of the plans are under $20 a month, so that's affordable. Website, you can go to Canva, Wix. Another one is, what's the other one? You probably could do one on, no, I wouldn't suggest that. I like Wix or Canva. I created my website on Canva. It was super easy to do. Only thing I had to pay for was the domain, which was $15 for the year. So yeah, those are some options. You can also research. Another one that you can use is called MailerLite. So MailerLite is a great platform if you want to send out mass emails, create automations. You can also do landing pages. So I like it. I use that currently because I have a lot of people in my database, about 2,300 people. So I have the ability to use MailerLite to send out all of those emails at once. So that's why I like it. The marketing plan, if you get the course, I am going to help you with your marketing. To help you, well, you're pretty much going to have the same blueprint that I use to get my leads pretty quickly and use the SEO and etc. Just knowing how to talk to people through marketing psychology, so you can reel people in for your company pretty much. So once you have everything set up, then you're going to take that same information and register on the Arise platform. That is the platform that you are going to be using. Get on the platform, get familiar with it, navigate around, click on everything just so you can get used to it. And then after that, you want to start setting goals for your business. Think about how many agents do you want to receive every day, every week, every month. Start thinking about things like that. Set mini goals in between. So if you have a main goal of having 500 agents, maybe each month you need to gather about 50 agents a month to start servicing. So just start thinking about stuff like that and write your goals down before you actually launch so you can stay on task. Once you do that, this is when you want to start marketing, taking that marketing plan and putting it to use. This is what I did. I started marketing on TikTok primarily. 99% of my leads came from TikTok. So I started posting, started talking to my target audience, which is stay-at-home moms, and just start reeling those people in to get your leads for your business. And last but not least, please stay consistent. For me, I try to post at least 3 times a day. And consistency is key, because if you post once a week, people are going to forget about you, or you're not giving enough time for people to know about you. So you have to stay posting consistently. I don't care if you only get 10 views. I don't care if you only get 1 like. Do not delete the videos as well. If it's not performing well, it doesn't mean that it will not pick up the next week. I've had videos that's only done about 100 to 200 views, but then next week, now they're in the thousands. So you just have to give it time for the algorithm to pick up, to put your content in the right places of people. So this is how the platform looks. This is the Arise platform. As you see, they are a very credible company. They've won 4 Stevie Awards for sales and customer service. They've been around for a very long time. So if you're somebody that knows anybody in Canada or UK, or if you're in those areas, the way that you will sign up, if you see at the top in the black bar, they have that option for you to click on that. and you're going to go through the same process as us, but it may be a different format on how the website looks for you guys. So please make sure that you click on that, because I'm not sure if Canada or UK have LLCs or how they operate over there. So if you click on that, it'll tell you the instructions on how you can register your business on the platform. But as the IBO, if you want to get more information about Arise and you want to read more about it, just go to their homepage and you see the options they have. They'll tell you the industries that they allow agents to service, the resources, the work from home opportunities, et cetera, et cetera. How does the business work? So the business is set up for you to have a low startup cost and keeping your overhead low as well. And what I mean by that is that it didn't cost a lot for me to start up. Everything was under $500 for me, $200 for the course, and I spent about $99 on my LLC, then my address and all that other stuff. I still kept it under $500. I didn't spend any money on marketing. I didn't have to worry about having equipment for the agents because the platform provides everything. So I tell everybody to think of it as a staffing agency or a temp agency. Let's say that Walmart comes up to you and say, hey, Rickele, can you get me 100 agents? We have peak season coming up, right? So what you and Walmart would do is essentially sign a contract saying that you're going to provide these agents, but they have to give you a pay cut. So it's essentially the same thing with Arise. You're on the platform, you register your business on the platform, but you're bringing these agents in to fulfill the business needs of the Fortune 500 companies. So you don't have to find the clients. You don't have to source your clients or anything. The clients are already on the platform. And when I say clients, I'm referring to the companies. So with being an IBO, the good thing about this, you do not have to have experience. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have any knowledge. You can start this fresh. So that is why I'm bringing you guys with me, because I'm going to help you, just improve and work your way up to the top. So that is a great thing about this platform, no experience or degree. So your role as the IBO, which you will hear this term a lot, is independent business owner. So it's basically just saying you're the owner of the virtual call center business. And your primary role is just to recruit and process payroll. Of course, you're going to be answering emails and providing that support to your agents as well. So eventually, once your business starts to grow, let's say that you have 5,000 agents. If you feel like that's too much to handle by yourself, then yes, of course, you want to get a team. You can either do employees or you can hire virtual assistants. I know the new wave now is virtual assistants, and virtual assistants are similar to 1099s because they work when they want to work and they just find clients, which the clients will be us, because I can hire a virtual assistant to run my payroll, or I can hire one to answer my email. So it's totally up to you what you decide to do in the long run once your business starts to grow. So a little bit about the platform. They have been around since 1994. They have been changing the game when it comes to customer service and remote positions. You can find them on the BBB, and they have an A+ rating, which is a great thing. Kind of upset that I didn't know that they've been around this long. I would have started earlier, but I'm here now and I'm helping other people. But they have been around for a very long time with their platform. So we're going to go over this because this is important. This is an opportunity announcement. So the opportunity announcement is what the agents and the IBO will see. So when the agents go to sign up for a job, they're going to be able to see this OA, which is the opportunity announcement. So the OA is pretty much going to lay out everything. It's going to talk about the company, a little bit of background, the equipment, the affidavit instructions, the training hours, the pay, the business hours of operation, if they need mandatory hours to be completed. So let's go by this one by one. So if you see in the top right-hand corner where it says ASAP, this just simply means that they're looking to hire agents as soon as possible, and the training is going to be shorter than normal. Just to get people in. And I did scratch out the companies because, as a IBO, you sign an NDA, you cannot disclose the company's name. But for this company, they are hiring for inbound customer service positions. So it will let you know and the agents know what type of positions they need to expect. If we go right here to where it says service revenue, the only people that will be able to see the service revenue is you as the IBO. The agents will not be able to see the service revenue simply because If you've been on my live and I talk about the 3 ways you can get paid, one of the ways is by taking off the hourly rate of pay. So let's say that I wanted to pay my agent $12.50 instead of this $13.50. The dollar per hour would be my fee that I will be getting. So pretty much your cut. So that's why they do not display the service revenue on the agent's side of things. So you don't have any worries about them seeing the rate of pay. For my business, what I do is in my orientation file, I provide a format of in a Word document, and I tell the pay rates. So that's how I do it. And here at the bottom, you see where it says $6.75 per interval. So Arise talks in the terms of intervals. That is what they go by. So intervals is simply just increments of 30 minutes. So if you double that, that will give you the hourly pay. So $6.75 times 2, that's $13.50 an hour. So when you receive an invoice from them, when it comes time for payroll, you will see it say by interval and not by hour. So make sure you keep that in mind, that interval is increments of 30 minutes. Now, if we go down where it says class schedule, this is telling you the training times that is available, where how long the training will be. They have phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is typically them sitting in class and learning about the company, learning the scripts, learning what they need to do on an everyday basis. Phase 2 is where they can start earning revenue. And this is when they actually start taking live calls. Now, keep in mind that as a 1099, they're looking at this as you're learning a skill for a position. So the entirety of training is not paid. They're only paid for the live call taking. I do not let this deter me from the business, simply because I know how to talk to people to get them with the company anyway. So do not let this be a con for you. It's a lot of people out there that will still work even though the training is not paid for the entirety of the training. Now, if we look to the right hand side where it says class times offered, it says Monday through Friday, and the agents are able to take training during 9 a.m. to 1 or 3 p.m. to 7. The latest that I've seen was 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. But you will be able to see on the OA what do they offer as far as training classes. A lot of them have way more opportunities than this. I've seen 6 to 10, 12 to 4, 4 to 8. So you just have to look through and see, but they do offer that flexibility for training. If we look at the bottom where it says intervals available, this is simply just saying that this is the business hours of operation, which is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Now, under this is saying this is the most hours that will be available for the agent. So pretty much this is the busiest times. So it'll be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, if we look back at the top where it says 8 a.m., that is simply saying that between 8 and 9, it's not as busy as it is between 9 to 5. If we look to the right of that, where it says special service and requirements, it says 4 hours is required on Monday. So you know how sometimes we have like a 9 to 5 and they say, hey, we got mandatory overtime on such and such date. This is pretty much the same thing. It's saying that the agents have to work 4 hours on Monday, which is 8 intervals. So yes, this is how the OA looks. So this is pretty much the blueprint to the company that they are signing up for or wanting to sign up for. So please make sure you relate to your agents that they need to go through and read this so they can understand everything about the company before they actually enroll, just to make sure that this is the company they actually want to enroll into. So ways that you can get revenue. I talk about this a lot on my TikTok live, and there are 3 ways that you can get paid. The first way is the flat fee. So you can charge a one-time fee bi-weekly that is automatically deducted from the agent's paycheck. The second way is percentage. This is a percentage deducted from the agent's paycheck depending on the amount of hours that the agent worked. The last rate of pay for you to get revenue is to take off the hourly rate of pay. So you can have this amount between $1 to $2. I wouldn't go over that and I wouldn't go under that, simply because going over that would just seem like you're taking too much away from the agent, and going under that was just, you would not bring enough revenue to keep your business going. So for example, if the company's saying, hey, Rickele, we're going to pay $18 an hour to your agent. So me as the IBO, I'm going to say, okay, that's cool. I want $2 per hour as my cut. So essentially, the agent is going to get paid $16 per hour. So remember, the percentage and the hourly rate of pay, it is based on how many hours the agents work. So this is going to fluctuate a lot. So the first 2 weeks you may make $60, but the next 2 weeks they don't work a lot of hours, so it's cut into half, maybe $25 or $30. So make sure you keep that in mind when it comes to deciding how you want to run your business. Now, an example of the flat fee, let's say you want to charge $50 bi-weekly. You're going to make $100 per agent on a monthly basis. So if they work 10 hours, you're still going to get that $50. If they work 100 hours, you're still going to get that $50. So you see how it's different from the other two ways to get paid. So this is why I do the flat fee. It's simple and it makes sense, and it's just easier for me to deal with. So if you are the IBO and you are charging $50 for your fee, and you have 250 agents, you're bringing in $25,000 a month. So the only time this can fluctuate, you guys, is if that 250 agents, let's say, drop down to 210 agents. But most of the time, the agents, they'll like the company, they'll start working. So you won't see too many ups and downs with this rate of pay for you to get paid. But remember that you are only getting paid when the agent is servicing. So they have to be in a company, enrolled into a certification class in order for you to get paid. So additional fees. So Arise do charge a $19.75 fee bi-weekly that is deducted from their check. And this is just to have the usage to the platform for customer support, technical support, and I believe technical support is 24/7, and they have the ability to service for Fortune 500 companies. Because keep in mind that most of these companies out here now want you to have 1 to 3 years to customer service experience and a degree, et cetera, et cetera. So for them to have the luxury of not having to have experience and getting free training, the $19.75 shouldn't be an issue for them to pay. But as your business starts to grow, you start getting more agents, this fee can decrease simply because Arise offer what we call a tier discount. And I go over this in the course, and I have a chart for you to better understand it. But let's say that since you have 50 agents servicing, that Arise is now only going to charge you $15.75 for you to, for the Arise fee. So let's say that your fee is decreasing. However, you do not have to let your agents know that, because this is putting more money in your pocket. So if we go back to this example and you're charging that $50 a week, but Arise reduces yours to $15.75, instead of you reducing this to your agents, you can keep that extra $5. And that's more money in your pocket. So eventually, let's say this fee decreases all the way into zero. Now, in addition to that 50 that you're charging, you're getting $69.75. Does that make sense to you guys? This is how you can add extra money into your pocket, because you don't have to relay this to the agents that this fee has decreased. Let me look at the chat real quick. I will have a replay available for you guys if you need a replay. Yes, flat rate is the easier and simplest way. I would say the flat rate, the only con would be is like if your agent numbers drop. That would be the only con. But the percentage and taking off the hourly rate of pay, I don't really like those, because that's based off how many hours the agents work. To keep your business afloat, with starting off, well, I want everybody goal to be 100 agents. So that's why you have to keep going in this business until you get a certain amount that you can sustain your business and keep it going. So that wouldn't be an issue at all. You just have to keep going and promoting, because the jobs are always going to be there. All right. So how to diversify your income. So I need everybody to write down this company. This company is Work at Home Equipment Solutions. They specialize with helping people like us and helping the agents. So they're familiar with the Rise. They've been around for quite some time. They have excellent customer service. I love working with them, and I love being an affiliate for them. So this is just an opportunity for you to earn extra money. So let's say that you have an agent that wants to work with your company, but they don't have equipment. All you would do is send them your special affiliate link. Once they purchase through that link, then you will get a percentage. I believe it's 3 to 4%. So make sure you write this company down and sign up on their website to be an affiliate. The second way that you can start getting extra money is through agent referrals. You are paid $200 once the agents have worked 60 hours. So this has been updated recently. So this is the new way that they are doing it, but it has to be a new profile and they have to enter your CSP ID. Your CSP ID is typically different from your IBO ID. So you will have two different numbers. Your CSP ID is there just in case you want to service on the platform as well, because you can service as an agent under your own company. Okay, so make sure that when you set up your instructions that you write these instructions out clear so you don't miss the opportunity of missing this $200. Because if you have 10 agents that work over 60 hours, that's an extra $2,000 a month that you've made. Now, this is only a one-time fee, but still, that's an extra $200. So please keep that in mind. So this is an example of how the dashboard looks on the platform, WAHES. And the first one that says pending, they do have financing options available for the agents. So whenever they're going through the financing and they're waiting to be approved or denied, it will be right here where it says pending. Once they're approved, it'll move over to approve. And whenever you feel like you're ready to get paid out, I think you have a minimum of $25 for the payout. You can just hit them up and say, hey, I'm ready to be paid out, and they will pay you out. I believe it's PayPal or Cash Out. So do you have to provide anything as an IBO? As the IBO, you're only responsible for providing support to your agents and payroll. The companies will provide the software if they have any, and the training. The training is free. Now, a couple of years ago, Arise used to charge for the training, but luckily they did change that up, which is a great thing. And always keep in mind that the agents must have their own equipment. Now, back to the OA, they do tell the agents what they need to have in order to service. I know some companies want dual monitors. Some companies want them to have a USB flash drive so they can set up what they call a ASD, which is something that Arise does for extra security on their platform. So the payroll process, it's a simple process, but this is just to give you a map to understand how it works. So it first starts off with the companies on the Rise. So they have contracts in place saying, hey, I'm going to pay out this much. So once the Rise start posting those jobs and you bring it to the agents start servicing, they're going to pay your business out into your business bank account. So make sure you have a business bank account. Do not have this money deposited into your personal bank account just in case you want to start getting that business funding. Okay, keep everything separate. Once you process payroll, then it's going to be deposited into the agent's bank account using direct deposit. I recommend you only do direct deposit simply because you just want to have a track record of things just in case anything or anybody switch up. Business credit, as I was stating, set up your business the correct way. Do not try to go the cheap route, and make sure you do not put your home address on your LLC. Once you start getting this business credit and you start building it, you can use this business credit for more marketing material to get you more agents, or eventually if you want to use that business credit to pay your rent for your brick and mortar, or you want to get equipment funding, you can do that. Or if you want to use this to start scaling out your brand or your LLC, you can open up another business. I did include free ebooks in my course just in case you want to get into another business venture. I believe I included Airbnb, vending machines, and something else. So use that business credit, leverage it, rinse and repeat. Or if you want to hire a virtual assistant, do giveaways, pay employees, you can use that business credit to help you out with that. So how to market, as you guys know, I always opt for TikTok. TikTok is free. It's the way I've gotten organic reach. And when I say organic, that means I didn't use ads or anything. I just let TikTok put me in the right algorithm so I can land on the right For You pages of people that needs to see me, that's looking for work from home jobs. So I study how to use search engine optimization, which is SEO. If you want to look into studying this yourself, HubSpot is the place that I went. They also have free courses on other stuff like Facebook ads, how to market your business, etc., etc. So just make sure you write down their website because they are a great resource when it comes to free courses. So once you're marketing, you have to put yourself in your shoes, in the shoes of the people that you are trying to market. So for me, if I'm targeting stay-at-home moms, I can talk about how they can save on daycare expenses by not having to commute to work, and they can stay home with the kids. They can create their own schedule. They can save gas. They can work for 2 companies. So you have to speak that language and get into their head. So this is what we call marketing psychology. So you have to be relatable and understand how the people feel. So always pick a target audience. Know who you are talking to. So if you want to do military wives, college students, disabled people, veterans, whatever, just pick somebody that you can relate to, that you can talk to. You do not have to try to serve everyone. If maybe the first 6 months you want to cater to stay at home moms and then switch up to college students, you can do that. Just try everything until you see what works best for your business as the IBO. So the habits that you need to develop, you need to be consistent. You have to stay consistent in this business. Treat this business as a business. You're not going to see the same results that I got if you're not consistent, because I was consistent. I was posting 3 to 4 times, maybe 5 times a day. Like I was on it. I hit the ground running. You have to stay motivated. Get up in the morning. Sometimes I listen to a motivational speech just to get me going. If you came here in the meeting, you heard one of the people that I listen to when it comes to motivation, which is Eric Thomas on YouTube. You have to stay coachable and be driven. So get out the bed in the morning, stop scrolling all the time and watching other people be successful. Just get up and do what you have to do for your business. And last but not least, the haters are going to hate. So I've ran into people trying to discredit my business, or somebody got my TikTok live banned about 3 times now. So just understand, once you get into this business and people see that you're doing it better than them, they're going to hate on you. They're going to try to antagonize you, but we don't focus on the negative. Just focus on the positive and keep your business growing. So there are some state restrictions. You cannot hire agents in the following states: California, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Oregon, District of Columbia, Maryland, and Wisconsin. You can also not open a call center business here. However, do not let that stop you. You can get an LLC in another state. Just do your research to see how to do that. Make sure your LLC and your business virtual address is in the same state. But it is ways around this, so this is no worries. So when can you start? Wait, before we move on, make sure that if you're in the U.S., you can only hire in the U.S. So I know people, they ask, can I hire overseas or anywhere else? No, you can only hire in the U.S. If you're in Canada, you can only hire in Canada. If you're in the U.K., you can only hire in the U.K. So keep that in mind. So when can you start? I created the course to where it's self-paced, but what you put in is what you get out. If you want to start seeing results fast, then you will need to go ahead and get in the course and get everything going and moving so you can get the process and get the ball rolling. So I am going to be helping you with the pre-launch. I'm going to give you a 2-week pre-launch method. And what this method is going to do is help you build that hype for your company. So you don't want to just jump out on a whim saying, hey, I got a call center business. People are going to look at you like, okay, like, should we trust you? Is this legit? Because people already have the speculation that you're a scam or this isn't real. You're just trying to get my information. I ran into those problems, but I explained it to them like, this is how the business works. And if they still don't agree, then you just move forward. We don't focus on the people that want to ask you questions and all the unnecessary stuff. We only focus on the people that want to work. Okay, so I will be helping you with that, getting your business ready for launch. So don't be in a rush to launch your business. Just do everything right, and it will pay off. So for me, I launched in less than 30 days. I started getting my agents in less than 60 days. I got about 100 agents around that 60-day mark. and I start seeing the income on my return 90 to 120 days. Remember, the trainings are 2 to 4 weeks, so this can vary. It can be higher, it can be less. It just depends on how fast they get into training, so keep that in mind. So here are some of the companies on the platform. You have roadside assistants, credit, tax clients, cruise lines, a luxury purse line, energy companies, healthcare, transportation. The true pay range is 10 to 18. I have seen some companies pay higher than that. 20, I even seen one paying 25. However, when they pay that amount, it's typically for maybe a couple of weeks or that first month, as an incentive and just to get people in. So whenever you're marketing, do not do what some IBOs do. They do what we call bait and switch. So they bait people in saying, hey, this company is paying $22 an hour, but they're not notifying that the company is only doing that for 4 weeks. So stay honest, just be honest, because it's not going to work in your favor when the agent finds out that this company is not paying $22 an hour. They're only paying $15. So just keep that in mind when it comes to that. So your personal goal, anybody that gets with me and they join the community and the company, your goal is going to be 100 agents. 100 agents is going to set you up to where you can leave your 9 to 5 if you choose to. But 100 agents is good, especially let's say if you're charging $50 bi-weekly for your fee. That's $5,000 you're bringing in a month. So that's more than enough for most people with their jobs that's making under that. So that's enough to leave your 9 to 5. So once you leave your 9 to 5, now you have more time to focus on your business, so you can get those 500 agents, 1,000 agents. So that is why it's imperative to set up your business right when it comes to automations. Automations is what allows me to only be able to be behind my computer 1 or 2 hours. In the beginning, I used to be behind my computer all day simply because I did not have my automations set up correctly. So I trained myself to set up the CRM system, which I use Honeybook, and I have my automations on there. So I no longer have that problem. Now I can run my business smoothly, and the automations do all the work pretty much for me. So are we ready? Are we feeling good? We can go ahead and get into the Q&A. How are we feeling right now? Let me look at the chat. Yes, I will. Okay, Linda. Yeah, I didn't see your question, but yes, I will be having a replay. She's probably gone already. Support that you will be providing. So when I say support, I mean sending following up emails, checking on your agents. You will be sent some progress reports based on the agents. So when they're in a program, the instructors will send you reports or emails saying, hey, your agent is falling behind, or the agent has to turn in an affidavit. So they do keep you updated with everything, which is good. So they do keep you in the know. So that's what I do with my agents. I check on them. I update them when new jobs are available, if they want to pick up a second job. So that's what I mean when I say providing support. Yes, they can work 2 jobs at once, but the training has to be at 2 separate times. So let's say that company A is April 1st through the 14th. They cannot pick up a second opportunity if it's between April 1st through 14th. They have to wait until the 15th for that training, if that makes sense. You're welcome, Linda. Just let me know if you have any more questions. Yes, I am doing a mentorship. Let me go ahead and show you guys the prices for everything so you can have a better understanding. So the course is $197. I do have a payment plan for that. If you go to the offer session in the chat, you will see I have the link as well. And then I'm going to pull up the link for the mentorship. 1 second. So with the mentorship, you will get 6 months of coaching, and we will meet up once a week, whether it's Zoom or Google Meet, whatever is best. And we will just go over marketing strategies, And I will do audits on your social media just to make sure that you're posting right and posting the right things. If you have any questions, that will be the time for you to ask me. You will also get a 50 piece of marketing templates for you to go into Canva and download or recreate your templates. So let me show you guys that. So yes, I'm only taking a few people for the mentorship simply because time is limited. But this is all the things you will get for the mentorship. Payment plans are available for this as well. So as I've stated, we'll have coaching calls once a week, 6 months of that. You will get templates and a lot more. But after the 6 months, you still will have access to the course and the community group as well. So I dropped the link for the mentorship if you need that. Payment plans are available. I also will have the option for coaching calls if you feel like you need additional strategies or how to get leads. If you feel like you need that one-on-one coaching and you don't want to get the mentorship right now, but you just get the course, I will have that option for the coaching calls. It's not posted just yet, but it will be posted starting tomorrow. But if you guys got questions, go ahead and drop them below so I can answer them for you guys. But I hope this webinar made a lot more sense than my lives. Okay, Destiny. How y'all feeling? Y'all feel like this is something you guys want to do? You're welcome, Kimberly. And I will continue to be on live as well. I may try to get on in just a minute. We'll see. I have another webinar later, so. Yes, I think I know who you're talking about too, but I ain't gonna say no names. When I was looking into the business, I saw that it was about 1,000, but the normal price was really 2,000. But I guess you do a special or call that a special, and I didn't hear really too many good reviews. So to be honest, I wasn't even going to do a course for people. People was just asking me to do it to make it more affordable. So I said, you know what? I don't mind. I'll make it more affordable and help you guys because the course I took, it was affordable, but I feel like I had a lot of questions even still after taking the course. So I got some people in the group now, in the community group, and they said that I was very thorough with my course, and I'm still adding stuff just in case I think of something that I forgot. So if I update the course, you will have access to that as well. But yeah, 1,000, that just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, somebody will pay it. It just won't be me. Right. And when they say comes with clients, that's like a marketing bait because it does come with clients. That's the purpose of the platform. So a lot of people they do these courses just for the money and they're not actually making money in the actual business. or from the call center. They're just doing the courses, which I can't stand people like that. Well, I'm glad I came across your page. If y'all got any more questions, drop them down below. What is an example of an address? It's like a regular address. So you may have some addresses that have an actual office building, which is what I prefer you to get. And they may have suites that you can get or whatever. And so what I got is an office building, and I can actually go into that office and rent it out if I want to meet up with anybody. So I prefer you to get an actual building. Are you guys good now? Let me know because we can hang it up. You're welcome. And if you get the course and get into the community group, make sure that you introduce yourself to everybody. We're going to be learning from each other. So we're like a family now. All you would have to do to work as an agent and run the company is just pick a company. It's pretty simple. It's no different than what the agents are doing, but you'll already be on the platform, so you don't have to register or anything. You'll just, if you go to client opportunities, you'll just pick a client that you want to work for and sign up. So it's a simple process. So that's why I like the platform. You can run the business and you can work. So it doesn't get any better than this. Yes, it'll be the same opportunities that the agents have. Now, the agents won't always have the same opportunities because it's based on their assessment results. So they have to do well on their assessment. Yes, the course will always be available. Y'all have any more questions? All right, you guys. Well, I will be on live again this week, so just make sure you follow me on TikTok. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any other questions, just make sure you reach out to me, and I will talk to you guys later.